Good morning, Nerdfighteria. I recently bought an extension tube for my camera in order to take up-close photos of small flowers. In this video, I will showcase some flowers from my neighborhood park and discuss some relevant photography techniques. This first flower species is the American field pansy, viola bicolor. There was some debate whether viola bicolor was native or introduced from Europe, but it is now considered to be a native species in North America. Now let's take a look at camera optics. Real lenses have many lens elements, but for simplicity, let's consider one thin lens. When the lens is one focal length away from the sensor, it is focused to infinity. When the lens moves farther from the sensor, the focal distance becomes shorter. The extension tube physically moves the lens assembly farther from the sensor, allowing for a shorter focal distance than the lens was designed for. This also increases the magnification of the lens, allowing fine details to be resolved. The drawback is that this reduces the depth of focus, making it hard or impossible for a 3D object to be entirely in focus. To get around this limitation, I use software to stack images focused at different depths. As you can see, it has selected the areas of each layer that are in focus and used masks to create one composite image. The automatic focus stacking does a pretty good job, but there are sometimes areas I need to manually retouch, like the blurry part of this leaf. I'm still impressed every time a stacked image finishes processing by how hairy these plants look when you really get up close. Lamium inflexicol, also known as common henbit, is a member of the mint family Lamiaceae. It has been introduced around the world, but is not considered an ecological threat as it is an early season nectar source for pollinators. Lamium purpurium, also known as red dead nettle, is now common in North America after being introduced from Europe. Like its cousin Lamium inflexicol, it has zygomorphic, bilaterally symmetric flowers, characteristic of the mint family. The common dandelion, Taraxacum officinale, is a member of the sunflower family Asteraceae. All North American and some European dandelions are triploid, meaning they have 3 sets of chromosomes and reproduce asexually. Despite reproducing asexually, dandelions continue to produce pollen. The common blue violet, Viola sororia, is a perennial native of North America. It produces open flowers in the spring and self-pollinating flowers in late summer. Violets have been a symbol of the queer community, inspired by references to violets in Sappho's poetry and Edouard Boudet's 1926 play The Captive, in which violets are exchanged as a symbol of the relationship between two women. This little white flower is Stellaria media, also called chickweed. The name likely originates from its use as a feed for poultry. It is found around the world and has cultural significance for its use in the 7-herb rice porridge eaten during the Japanese festival Nanakusa no Sekku. This tiny flower is probably Veronica persica, aka bird's eye speedwell, but might be Veronica pallida, grayfield speedwell. I switched to a longer extension tube at this point to get a higher magnification photo of this flower. This is what the lens change process looks like. I didn't find a lot of fun facts about this Veronica, so I'll wrap up by saying I hope you've enjoyed learning about these flowers that we usually overlook as weeds.